Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today and so excited that my friend and my mentor, Amanda, is here. And we are going to hang out a little bit this evening and tell you a little bit about why we think and we know that Veribella is absolutely the best opportunity out there today. There are a ton of amazing companies, amazing opportunities. You've probably heard of a lot of them. And I do believe that we are a little bit different than a lot of things that are available out there in the marketplace right now. So we're going to talk about that. And I think at the end, we're also going to throw in something special for you guys if you hang in there with us. And I see my 3-year-old coming. Just a second. All right, he was just getting his cup. We're all good. All right, so I am Erin Shelby. As I mentioned, my mentor Amanda Thompson is here with us, and you may not have heard of us if you didn't get a personal invitation from us. So who are we? I personally have about 6.5, 7 years of experience in the network marketing direct sales space. I've made it to the top of a couple of companies, and I have been honored to lead thousands of women to. You poked your eye? Okay, sorry guys. I've been honored to lead thousands of women, growing their businesses, leading their own teams, and growing in their own personal development. And it is what I was absolutely made to do. I love what I do. And as you can see, I'm also, you can't really see them, but I'm also a mom. I've got 3 kids and a bonus kid. I am married to a college football coach, and that's kind of the rundown on me. Amanda, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I love it. Hi, guys. It's great to see you. Thank you for hopping on tonight. You know, it's one of those nights that you're spending time, you're investing time, and I'm excited about what you're going to learn tonight. And much like Erin, I actually joined the industry. I've been in the industry for over 15 years, but I actually started in the industry on the corporate side. And I was so intrigued with the business model that I actually built a business with the gentleman that you see here. We actually built a skincare business, and it was incredible. It was something we never thought we would do. And it was such an incredible opportunity for us. It changed our family's life. It changed our time freedom. It changed just our perspective on how we parent, how we partner, how we see life. And I really think that when you look at just the model of network marketing, not only does it help you kind of see a little bit about the business and how you can incorporate it into your life, but I think for me, when I came to Veribella, I was so excited about our founders, about our mission, about some of the things that we're going to share with you tonight. And I'm honored to be the president of our company. Each and every day, I get to work alongside our amazing community of brand partners who are inspiring. They are harmonious. They work together. Today, I was actually talking to someone who is going to be hopping on here later tonight. And she was like, I just love this amazing community. And I truly believe it's because of people like Erin and people in our community who cheer each other on, who champion each other. And together, our focus is how do we help build the next big company that will be here for a lifetime? What we're not trying to build here is a company driven on hype, a company driven on, oh my gosh, it's going to be a great 1 year. We're really trying to create an amazing community that will be here for you, for your family, and create that legacy. And I, again, have been honored to be in the space of skincare for a very long time. I have been in the space of skincare for network marketers, but I also have had a consulting practice where I have consulted with some of the largest Fortune 500 brands like Kellogg's, Smucker's, Coty, Revlon, Mary Kay, Estee Lauder, brands that you might be very familiar with. And so for me, each and every day, when I look at how to build a beauty brand, I feel very equipped to take the knowledge and experience that I have built alongside with you as leaders to be able to build this brand together. So Erin, thank you for having me here tonight. I'm always so excited to be with you.
Thank you so much for taking time away from your puppy, like your adorable, amazing puppy.
My sweet little Oli, yes.
Yeah, we're all obsessed with him. Like, I kind of feel like I'm going to come kidnap him. He's so cute.
He just got a big boy haircut, so he looks especially cute right now.
Oh my gosh, you have to send me a picture later. I'm sure he'll be on Instagram, so I'll just check that.
Probably
Anyway,
with a bow tie.
moving on, we know that this is an incredible opportunity, but it might not be for everyone. And that's just a fact. So, who is this for? And maybe more importantly, who is this for not? Like, who is this not for? So, if you are willing to work your business like 5 hours per week, this could be a perfect fit for you. If you are someone who loves to have a positive impact on people, whether it's on yourself and your family, or it's your teammates, whether that's upline, downline, sideline, or it has to do with our incredible mission, which we will get more into later. But our whole company is all about eradicating human trafficking and helping those who are trapped in human trafficking. So we have, in everything that we do, such a positive impact on so many different people. And so you have a real opportunity to be a part of that here. And if that's important to you, this might be a good fit for you. And I also think it's really important for people in this industry to go in and be committed to giving it a full year before giving up or before deciding, something else, because a lot can happen in a year. Okay, 1 second, please. A lot can happen in a year, but if you expect it to happen overnight, it might not happen overnight. And really, for me, I've had experience building multiple businesses in this space. When success happens overnight, it doesn't always stay that long. So when you give it a year, you give yourself a chance to get a solid footing and actually build a substantial business that can last a lifetime, like Amanda was talking about. Now, this is not for those people who really just want to be a customer. We have a fantastic preferred customer program, and I would encourage anyone who is obsessed with the product but not interested in working the business. I would encourage you to be a preferred customer, and we would love you. And that is a great place for you to be. But this business opportunity is not a discount program. We are definitely serious about helping men and women build real businesses. So if you're not interested in that, it might not be for you. And it does require you to work your business on some level on a weekly basis. I'm not saying that you have to work full-time hours, not saying that you have to, be a slave to your phone, on your phone nonstop, but on some level, you should be able to work something with your business every single week. And finally, this is not the place for people who gravitate toward drama. If drama seems to follow you, this might not be the place for you. We're going to talk more about our culture a little bit later tonight, and you'll see maybe how different it is here as compared to other places, how important our culture is. And we take that very seriously. We want to keep that intact. And, I'm not willing to risk that for anything, to be honest. Okay, so I have a question for everyone, and I would love it if you could share in the chat. When you think about your perfect opportunity, your perfect company in the space of network marketing, direct sales, social selling, relationship marketing, whatever you want to call it, when you think of that perfect opportunity, what does it have to have? Like, what is something that is so super important to you? Caitlin, I see you said a bomb compensation plan. Christina said support. Kelly says comp plan and great community. These are all great answers. And by the way, there's no right or wrong answer, because it's, unique to everyone. What's important to you is important to you, and that's not right or wrong. Ashley said training. Brianna said positivity. These are all amazing, amazing answers. So I have found that every good opportunity, like really, really good opportunity, has to have 3 things. And actually a lot of them were like, they were all named. So you guys are on the right track. This is really exciting. So what are those 3 things? Okay, and I did mention earlier that if you stick around to the end, I'm going to tell you a little bit about a little freebie, a little free gift that is available for you, but you got to stick around to the end. That's just a reminder there. Okay, so those 3 things. Number 1, product positioning. Number 2, compensation plan. And number 3, company culture. And we're going to dig a little bit deeper into each of these things here because they do each deserve their own kind of, spotlight and why they're important and how it is here at Veribella. So for product positioning, I'm kind of gonna let Amanda take over here and cover this because as you heard her say, she's got so much experience in the skincare space, network marketing, and in retail. So I'm gonna let her cover a lot of this, and I'll maybe give my 2 cents here and there.
Yeah, chime in, of course. So you guys, I think when you're looking for a business, right? Every business, it doesn't matter if you are producing phones. I have a little bit of a cold. So if you're producing Kleenex, if nobody's buying these things, if there's not a market for these things, then you don't really have a business. But more importantly, as you kind of look at product positioning, there's lots of products that people do want. And it's really easy that when you start looking at a business opportunity, every day, skincare for me was always the business model that I gravitated to. I worked for Clinique brands all the way through college. I have done a lot of work again with Estee Lauder brands and several of their companies, as well as some startup beauty brands, as well as some traditional kind of consumer beauty brands. And so for me, when I look at a company, I look at not only just, is it a product that people actually will buy? Is it something that they want? Well, we actually know that beauty is something that people want. You can see from that right-hand image that you're looking at that not only is it something that people want, you guys, but beauty is actually continually gaining strength. In fact, beauty is one of the only industries that survives a depression and a recession. So if you think about what people typically buy during a depression or a recession, they typically are buying things like alcohol, tobacco, and beauty. So the running joke in beauty is that there is a good time in beauty and there is a great time in beauty. And since 2000, the year 2000, beauty has actually been on a completely up and to the right trajectory. And you can see here how this industry is expected to grow. These are just US numbers. So as you start to look at the industry, right, you look at the fact that in 2020, beauty was a $483 billion industry. Well, by 2025, in 4 short years, this industry in the US is expected to almost double. And so why does that matter to you if you're making a decision as a business today? It matters to you today because it's very clear people want these products. People are looking for great beauty products. They are looking for products that do what they say they're doing. And the innovation and technology that's happening in beauty right now is amazing. I mean, every day I get the opportunity to work with our R&D team to test different products and to see the way technology is working to improve skincare. The results are incredible. The second reason that you really want to think about using and having a good product is having that consumable product that people use every single day, but you also don't have to alter their lifestyle to do it. And let me stick with me for just a second. What I mean by that is if, let's say you're thinking about weight loss or you're thinking about supplementation, those are all great things. Like I think all of us can agree that supplements are great. I think all of us can agree that health is amazing. But for me, in a business that's scalable, I want a product where I can educate somebody on how to use it and they're going to go use it as part of their daily routine in the morning and at night. I don't have to alter the way they eat their food. I don't have to encourage them to exercise. I don't have to change their lifestyle for my product to actually work. And so when we start thinking about, again, a growing industry, we think about a product that is consumable, that people use without altering their life. It means a couple of key things for you. And it means that Veribella has really been addressing a big gap in the marketplace. So there's this gap that exists today where there's clean beauty products, and they're good beauty products. You can find them at farmers market. You can even find them at Sephora. They're super clean, but they're not really effective. And so people get frustrated because they want these clean products, but they're used to these high performance brands that deliver results they see in the mirror. And so our company's product positioning was really positioned to kind of fill that gap and to give people these high performance, highly effective products that were super clean and, most importantly, simple to use. And I think that when you are thinking about a business, you've got to think about, like, okay, the core product of what I sell, do people want it? Will people buy it? Is it something that I can have customers buy from me on repeat? If they love it, will they come back? And then the last thing that you have to think about is product pricing. And when I look at our product pricing and I look at the marketplace, I would say for us, our products are definitely priced at an incredible price point for what they deliver for your skin. And so I think when you think about this from a business perspective, all of those things from a consumer perspective, they just make sense. And that's what's exciting about our product line. Now, from a business perspective, I always give it the litmus test. My husband, I shared earlier, he and I built a skincare business in our prior life. I often joke that he's the guy who washes his hair, his face, and his body with the same bar of soap. And so what I love about our product line is they're really simple. If he can describe to somebody, hey, here's what you use, hey, here's what you should pick, then I know we're on the right track. And we've architected our products line to be very simple. We have what we call functional foundations. And this is really a skincare routine based on what your skincare needs will be. And we have 3 of them. So we have our super clean set, which is what most people use. It's designed for skin that wears makeup. It's a highly effective pro-age line. And then we have our clean set, which is designed for skin that shaves. And this is an incredible line for kind of thicker skin, maybe sometimes problematic skin as well. And then we have our fresh set, which is designed for brightening and evening your complexion. And those 3 product sets, those are our functional foundations. That's really where everybody gets started. And then we have our targeted treatment line. And our targeted treatment is really designed to be personalized and customized for your customers. So again, maybe somebody's looking to grow amazing lashes. Maybe somebody's looking to add some extra exfoliation to their line. Maybe they're looking for a little more hydration. And then our third category is beauty supplementation. And this is our supplementation category that supports beauty from the inside out. We actually just debuted our first product in this segment last Friday, which is our Very Calm Sleep Formula. It uses a patented technology, an ultra microdose. It's 4 drops. And it is the most phenomenal sleep support formula you will ever use in your entire life. And so all this means to you, as you're thinking about a business, is you've got to think to yourself, do I have a product line that people are going to really be excited about? Is there enough innovation? Is there enough technology? But is it meeting that demand in the marketplace? And for me, I would just share with you guys, as you kind of think about beauty, the power of building this in a network marketing model is that good skincare requires education. It requires someone to say, hey, this is how you use it. And that for you is key, because if it didn't require you, then you wouldn't have a business. And so what I love about skincare is it's enough education that it adds value to you to be able to provide to your network, but it's not so much that you have to go and start altering their lifestyle and changing food and all of those types of things. And so I would just invite you to think about, your own beauty routine. And I'd invite you to think about products that you've used and how much do you spend and how often do you use those products? And the answer is probably going to be every single day. Now, what I can also share you from a corporate perspective that's also important is reorders. And Erin, I'd love to get your perspective on this because I know you talk about this quite often. And this is really the power of a reorder. We have an extremely high reorder rate within our company. And that to me is an incredible sign that our customers love our products. I hear from brand partners all the time. They're like, I literally love that I wake up to you have a new customer order. And you're like, I've never had this before. And it's pretty amazing to be able to see that. And I know that experience has been like that for you, Erin.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, on your screen now are just a few of the incredible before and afters, some from brand partners, some from customers that you can just kind of take a look at. But from my experience in the field, previously, before I was at Veribella, I sold a different line of skincare that, I was with that company for about four and a half years, somewhere in there. And for me, it's been a completely different experience. And I will be honest, I was very nervous to go from a very robust product line of skincare and makeup and tools and things like that to just, at the time that I joined, we didn't have the supplement. We just had skincare, and we had far fewer sets than we have now. We've launched a lot in the last year. But my experience has been different because in the past, with the past product line that I've worked with, I almost felt like I had to have a PhD in skincare in order to feel comfortable recommending the right thing. And I never felt like I could get it just right. So I really held back from talking about it, from trying to, recommend things for people. Like, I was very nervous when someone would ask me to recommend something because I wasn't confident in what I was recommending. I could do it, but it was a lot for me. It was a lot. It was not something I was super confident in. And I had been there for 4 years and I still wasn't super confident just because I didn't know exactly which products were going to work with this problem and that problem. And it was just overwhelming. The difference here is that all of the products are super effective. They're arranged in these sets, as Amanda was talking about. And I know that all of the products are also multifaceted. So they're going to help an array of issues and help people with an array of skin goals, right? We all have different skin that we're working with and, things that we want to accomplish with our skin. Some of us are very acne prone. Hi, that's me. I think everyone is concerned with aging and aging gracefully. So I have the confidence, and even from the very first month I was here, I had the confidence in knowing that what I recommended would work for my customers. And Sam is actually one of my customers, and she is on the screen. The after 1 week of using Veribella, that's her. So thank you, Sam, for sharing that with us. And so for me, my kind of process in recommending products is like I send my potential customers, just a quick 10-question thing. And literally one of the questions is their name and another one is their email address. So it's really like 8 skin questions. And based on that, I know everything I need to know to confidently be able to recommend something that I know will work for them. And that's just been such an amazing experience for me as someone who's building a skincare business, because like, if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, how am I going to build a sustainable business, right? It's just the simplicity of how things are arranged paired with the ultra effectiveness of our products is game changing when you're talking about building a skincare business. And I mean, my sales have never been higher. The sales numbers that I'm reaching every month, I've never hit them in any opportunity I've been with before. It's just been night and day difference for me. So I definitely appreciate the simplicity of selling our products and of using it, because my skin, actually, let's go back, because my before and after is on here as well. I'm in the lower left-hand corner there. So I had very problematic skin for a very long time. And these products have totally transformed my own skin. And so, that also helps give me confidence in recommending things. So it always helps to be a product of the product. And then here, just some reactions from customers. I included this because these are reactions that I didn't have to go out seeking. They excitedly message me when they use their products, when they first open their box and they see the packaging. The first time they use their products and they're like, oh my gosh, my skin feels so soft. I can already tell a difference. I can already feel a difference. And to me, I think that speaks volumes that I don't have to go and chase people and ask them, hey, what do you think? Like, I feel like previously I used to be nervous to check in with customers, like afraid that they wouldn't like it or afraid that it wasn't giving them results. Here, people are coming to me and they're like, oh my gosh, Erin, I love this stuff. And I think that speaks volumes. So you can see some customer reactions there, which are pretty amazing. So going into, we talked about building a sustainable business, and, businesses have the opportunity where you can make a lot of money. I know not everyone likes to talk about money, but let's be honest, no matter what you want to do in your life, what goals you have in your life, what vision you have for your life, you're probably going to need some sort of money in order to make it happen. Whether that is, money that you donate to causes that are important to you, or it's money to buy your family a home. We just closed on this home a month ago. And for me, that was something that I was working toward for 4 or 5 years and never felt like I was getting remotely close. But 9 months into my Veribella business, I bought this house for my family. So that is a clear testament to our compensation plan. And you guys, I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty numbers and charts and, all of that, because I'll be honest, I don't think most people can really look at a compensation plan, chart, table, whatever, and actually understand how it works. So I'm just going to speak from my experience, that the things that I've noticed that are different with the compensation plan here. The first thing is that the bonus value is extremely higher than what I've been used to. Now, if you don't know what that is, basically, when you are paid on your team, you're not paid via the retail value. It is a bonus value. So it's a percentage of the retail. So sometimes, I've seen it as low as 30%. And okay, come here, buddy. And ours here is 80%, which is extremely high. And bonus value is something that is really hard to find in, when you're looking at compensation plans. It's not something that a lot of companies will put out there. And so when you're looking at a compensation plan, you're actually only seeing, this much of the picture when you don't know the bonus value. So ours is super high at 80%. It means that we're paid more on, okay, we're paid on more of the volume, And so for me, when I was doing my research, because, if I was going to be moving companies back, this was last August, it was a year ago now. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it's been a year. I was doing my research and I was going to be walking away from a 6-figure income. So I had to do a lot of research. This was not an overnight decision for me. It was something that I had to research because my family depended on it, right? So one of the things that I really researched intensely was the compensation plan. So what I did was I took my, okay, can you take turns, please? Sorry, my kids. I took the numbers from my team, my previous team, and I ran them through the Veribella compensation plan. And what I found actually made me physically ill. Boys, can you go to your room, please? I could feel like nausea, like a wave of nausea come over me because I, like I said, I had a 6-figure income. I was making good money, but I realized I could have been making double. Double. There was one month where I was so proud of what I made that month. And it was my highest month ever up until that point. And when I ran it through the Veribella compensation plan, and I triple, quadruple checked my numbers. I even asked, honey, you got to take turns, okay? I even asked Amanda, I was like, are these typos? This can't be right. Like, am I seeing this right? Am I reading this right? And I found that I could have been making $15,000 more that month than what I made. And this is not a promise of income. This is just my experience and the research that I found. And so when I discovered that little calculation, I then put numbers from all levels, from the very first rank on up to, the rank that I was at, the top rank. And every single situation, the Veribella compensation plan paid out about that. Honey. Amanda, you want to chime in here while I help Curtis?
Yeah, of course. So I would share too. So kind of as you look at product positioning, I think it's important to look at what we actually call a prosperity plan. And I think it's important we're going to talk about kind of culture, but I think when you think about a prosperity plan, you also have to look at how is a prosperity plan created from the beginning? Is it designed to build a brand together? Or is it designed that, hey, this is what you're going to get, and then the company is going to make all this money as well? And so for me, when I came into the company, I was super impressed with our prosperity plan and just that choice of words, because for me, words matter a lot. That, every company has a compensation plan, but I'd actually never heard a company call theirs a prosperity plan. And that's paired with the terminology that we use called the brand partnership. And so if we think a little bit about, again, having great products and building this legacy company, it means that we're all rewarded together and we're all working together to build a brand that will sustain that. Now, what I will also share with you, and I know Erin kind of shared from her lens, just having high compensation, we've evaluated and I've evaluated probably every prosperity plan on the market. And there's a couple of key differentiators that you should know about in our prosperity plan that do make ours different. And I think do enhance people's earnings at every single level of their career. Many prosperity plans, kind of to Erin's point, they read like stereo instructions. They're usually a little hard to figure out. And ultimately, if you're not well versed in what you're looking for and you don't know kind of the question behind the question, you may only be getting a small glimpse. Or sometimes what happens is that prosperity plans will have kind of like a big boom at the beginning, and then they have what's called a toilet bowl in the middle. Meaning you can get to a certain rank, but then you just literally keep spinning around. You can never kind of jump to the other side. And that's called breakage, which is just a fancy term. It means it's harder to get to that level that you're looking to really earn significant and meaningful income for your family. And so when we look at our prosperity plan, a couple of key differentiators that I think are important. We do not require a monthly sales minimum for you to get paid your retail commission. And that is a huge differentiating factor because again, as you're building, you may have one month where you're really onboarding a lot of new team members and maybe your new sales are not growing as fast as they used to be. And so I think having that is a really cool thing. The other thing that we do not have is an escalating personal sales requirement. In almost 75% of the companies I typically look at, I see an escalating requirement, meaning you start and to be quote unquote active, or what we call BCQ qualified here, you sell a small amount. And then as you grow, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Ours is actually a set number. It doesn't escalate. And that becomes a very big deal because ultimately, as you're scaling a business, you're always going to be adding new personal customers. You're always going to be personally growing your own group of business, but ultimately over time, you're getting into a leadership position, right? So as you're growing into that leadership position, it's an unfair expectation to think that you're also going to be escalating your personal business and at the same time escalating and helping drive your other business. And so I really love that we do not have an escalation. The other piece that I think is also very different for us is that you actually can earn on your team even if you haven't hit a rank. So sometimes you might recruit, let's say you recruit 3 people. Those people, a couple of them show up, maybe they're here and they love to show up, but they're not like, they don't want to make a 6-figure income. They're really excited to make a couple of $100s a month. And that's amazing, right? And then maybe you have somebody who's growing in their business. But a lot of prosperity plans require you to rank advance to earn on your team. We actually pay you on your first level of your team, regardless of your title. And that's a huge differentiator. And I think the fourth differentiator that I would share with you is that as we take a landscape into the industry, we have a very competitive commission structure. We also have a very large bonus structure, or what we call level bonuses. So as your organization starts to build, as you're mentoring individuals for success, then there's a payout that happens just like it does in corporate America, right? If you are a manager, you typically have a team of people and you typically get a bonus based on how they perform. If you're a director, you have a group of managers in your organization who are managing other people. So those managers get a bonus when their people achieve goals. The directors achieve a bonus when those managers hit their goal, and so on and so forth. So it's just like every other company out there, kind of the same as our structure. But typically when you look out into the landscape, those level bonuses are going to be anywhere from 3 to 5%. And when you look at ours, they are significantly higher. Our first level bonuses are 10%, and the lowest that ours goes is 5%. So when you start kind of looking at numbers matter. Erin would tell you numbers matter a lot. And so it's really important, if you are somebody who wants to kind of check out our compensation and prosperity plan, I'm going to encourage you to get together with the person who invited you and go through that and get your questions answered. But the 4 things that I just shared with you, like those are big differentiators on top of course, cash bonuses, et cetera, that we have. And we've really built this prosperity plan. We don't have people ask me all the time, do you have car programs and do you have all these fun things? And we really have built this prosperity plan because we feel that you know what you want to do with money better than what we know. For example, if you want to go out and buy an iPad, go buy an iPad. I already have one, so I wouldn't be motivated by that, but I would be motivated by $400 extra in cash that I might be able to put towards my retirement or paying for my kids' college tuition or whatever that is for you and your family. Maybe it's going to Disney World. So I think as you start thinking about looking at a prosperity plan and you think about longevity, you want to have a prosperity plan that is equipped to give you longevity, both as you start and as you grow, but also today as the company is growing and tomorrow as the company is at scale. So those are kind of my thoughts around prosperity plan, Erin.
Amazing thoughts, Amanda. Yes, the level bonuses, that was going to be the second thing I was going to mention, and I'm glad that you covered that. Because, wow, an extra couple percentages, or in some cases, double the percent, it really adds up. It makes a huge, huge difference. So that on top of the super high bonus value, that is where we have a prosperity plan. It's incredible. And you can see on the screen just a couple of messages I've received from some teammates, just like shocked at their commission. The thing that I've noticed is that people are making more with less volume. And that's incredible, especially when you consider the growth that we will experience. We have not hit hypergrowth yet. And when that happens, imagine what that means for your own personal compensation, as well as the compensation for those people on your team. I know for me as a leader, I was never okay with feeling like I was the only one making decent money. It just really rubbed me wrong, and I didn't like it. And I know that here, that's not an issue. It's one of the things that brought me here. So yes, our prosperity plan, thank you for correcting me and not calling it a compensation plan, because it truly is a prosperity plan, is absolutely incredible. Blake, do you want to come sit by me? Okay. Give me just 1 second, Amanda.
Of course. You guys, as you know, this is the thing that I think as you're kind of here and you're really thinking about this from a business perspective, and we're spending time with you guys tonight because I would also share with you that from my perspective, that as you're looking at a company, you want to take the time to know that this is right for you. And I truly believe if you're going to invest, at a minimum 5 hours a week of your life, that is 5 hours you can never get back from anything. So I truly believe you should spend time looking at a company. You should know the products. You should know why the products are positioned the way that they are, not just what the actual products are, and they're very, very good, but why they're positioned the way they are. You should know how you're going to be compensated for that, because I have a simple equation. I call it the effort to reward equation, that you are going to put effort here. It's a business, right? And so it kind of goes back to, this is for you. This is maybe not for you. This is a business. You will have effort here. And I think if you've ever watched one of these or you've ever been invited, sometimes there's just a lot of hype. It's like, oh gosh, you're going to make all this money and it's super flashy and you can make an incredible life-changing income. I'd be the first to tell you that this industry took my family from 6 figures a year to 7 figures a year. And that was incredible. And I don't say that to be boastful. I didn't know what I was doing, but what I did know is that if you can have great products, if you can have a great prosperity plan, but if you can have a great company culture, if it's a place you love to be, those 5 hours, again, they will be full of effort, but they will feel effortless and the rewards will be incredible. And I think it's so important, long before I got into kind of the beauty side of things, I also have a background in recruiting and human resources. And one of the things that when I really think about companies, in fact, there's something going on right now called the Great Resignation. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about this, but basically after the shifts of COVID and people going back into the office and some people not wanting to go, there is a study now that monster.com did that 95% of people would quit their job today if something better came along. And on top of that, what's even kind of more interesting is that in that group, 70% of people said they are totally revisiting their career. They are thinking about doing something completely different. And so there's a big shift also happening right now in the dynamic of how we work. And you can all probably think of maybe somebody that you've worked for that hasn't been great. Like I call them kind of the bad boss. I used to joke when I would talk to people, I was like, hopefully you didn't invite them here tonight. But when you think about company culture, it's really important to make sure you also align to that company culture, because again, not just today, but like, is this a place that you want to be for the next year, 5 years, 10 years? Because that is something that for you, you're never going to get that time back. And working with great people, being part of a great culture, being part of a team, being part of a community, being part of a place where you can learn and grow is just absolutely incredibly important. And I think for us, Erin, and I'd love for you to kind of chime into this, for us, everything in our culture revolves around our foundation and mission. So for us, our master distributor or our top of tree or the very first brand partner, that's a question I get all the time. It is actually our foundation. It's not a person. It is a nonprofit foundation that benefits and fights to end human trafficking. And all of our sales flow into that master distributor or that foundation. So all products that get sold, all commissions, it's just always there. It's not an afterthought. It's not like, oh, hey, when we're profitable, we're going to give the foundation some money. It is the core and heartbeat of every single thing that we do. And I was watching today a beauty webinar, and they were talking about millennials. And I don't know how many of you would identify as a millennial, but they were saying that millennials today, 87% of millennials only buy products from companies that are clear on their mission and have an attachment to something bigger than them. So when you think about that, right, you take this powerhouse of having great products that people use and all the things we've talked about in this prosperity plan, and you really take this bow and you take our foundation that is truly our heart and our purpose to make and to provide freedom to people who are enslaved in human trafficking, and to start the conversation around human trafficking. So many people misunderstand actually what trafficking is. That is a huge piece of it. And then the second piece that I would say is such a differentiator, and I would just tell you, this is this one line right here. If there's nothing you take away, this one line here is going to be what makes or breaks any company you look at. And I will be that bold to tell you that if you are part of a company that's tribal, if you are part of a company that's my team or this team or this, that, and the other, what will ultimately happen is those tribes will start to fight with one another. We adopt an approach here called Team Veribella. And what that allows you to do is effectively and accurately scale. It is a culture that only works when you have trust, when you have compassion, when you have communication. And it means that, so I live in Amelia Island, Florida, which nobody's ever heard of, but it's a small little island community outside of Jacksonville, Florida. I used to live in Denver, Colorado. And so what that means is if you know somebody in Jacksonville and I was hosting an event, you could feel comfortable that you could invite that person to my event. I'm not going to try to recruit them. I'm not going to try to have them become my customer. I'm going to take care of them just as if they were my own. And I'm going to make sure that they have all the local support. They have access to meetings. They have access to training, because here at Veribella, we are one team. And what that allows you to do is that allows you to scale. And when you can scale, it means you can start talking to every single person that you know that has skin. You can start leveraging and building and using other leaders outside of just your team. You get new ideas, you get innovation. And again, I would be so bold to tell you that you can look at every single company out there, and if it is not a one team culture, it will never, ever, ever, ever be a legacy company. It just will not. It will not withstand the test of time. So Erin, I'm going to turn it back to you, because I know you talk a little bit about systems and just kind of using some of the tools that we create for you here at corporate.
Yeah, I always think that, you can have the best products in the world and the best compensation plan or prosperity plan, but if the culture is terrible, none of that matters. But luckily, our culture is pretty phenomenal, in my opinion. We absolutely have the, one team. There are brand partners on here, and you probably will never know whose team they're actually on, because we all are equals. We all, work together. We all collaborate together. There's not this like super strict hierarchy where only the top people matter, or only the top people can do certain things or have ideas or things like that. And I think that's so different from what I've experienced in this industry elsewhere. And I know, there are people who will join tonight who have incredible ideas, and we want to hear those ideas. We want to work with you and collaborate with you on them. And we are, as a part of this kind of Team Veribella, you see yourself, Carter? As a part of this, we have some systems in place that really are pretty foolproof, and anyone, no matter if you have experience or you don't, you can plug into our system where we, I won't go over the whole thing, because actually my upline, Lindsay, has a great training on it that's only like 5 minutes. So when you join, you'll watch that. But this system makes your business so much easier, and it makes everything so much more efficient. And I've never actually had a system at any other company I've been a part of, and it makes all the difference in the world. The thing with having a system, especially a system that our whole team or our whole company follows, is that you don't have to spend time spinning your wheels or reinventing the wheel or things like that. You don't have to just sit there and wonder, oh my gosh, how do I even do this? Like, what do I do to work my business? Like, what does that mean? The system lays it all out for you, And, there are little things that you can do daily. And, if you are someone who's, looking to work something 5 hours a week, you will be able to accomplish everything in 5 hours a week. If you're someone who wants to scale and grow your business into to be something huge, you will be able to utilize that system. And the key is you will be able to create duplication on your team so that those people that you bring into your team and you help build this company with, you will be able to plug them into the system and be able to duplicate your success, which just creates this snowball where it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And like I said, I've never had something like that in this industry before. And once I got plugged into the system and I was like, wow, this is like super easy and foolproof and awesome and efficient and amazing, it made me wonder, how did I have so much success without a system? Like I was just like, wow, I wasted hundreds of hours, probably thousands of hours, just trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to do different things that if I would have just known about this system, oh my gosh, my life would have been so much easier. My team's lives would have been so much easier. People would have been so much more successful. And that is absolutely a differentiator here. And it's not like just one team has this system. This is for every brand partner who joins. They will be able to plug into this and take advantage of it. And then, I think we have, actually, I think on the next slide, there's some really cute pictures I want to show those. So last month, we got to meet in person for the first time. A lot of us, it was the first time meeting. And I just think that since then, our culture has really gone to the next level. Like, I love these women and a few good men who work with us. I can't describe to you the experience that we had last month at Empower. I've been at a lot of these conferences. Like I said, I've been in this industry a long time. I've been to a lot of these types of events. And it was the most fulfilling, empowering experience that I've ever had because of these people, not just the people you see in the pictures there, but every single person who is a part of this company. We are all about people first, and it shows. It's just absolutely incredible. And my dear friend Melanie, I don't think she's probably on the Zoom tonight, but she was someone I spent a lot of time with we were in Dallas for the event. And she was just like, I've never felt this way at a conference before. I've never felt this way. And she's been in the industry longer than I have. And so it's something that I really can't quite describe, but it's very, very special. It's something that I will never take for granted, and I will hold this culture so precious to me and protect it. And I know that the people, one of the things Amanda always says to me is like attracts like. So the people who are a part of this company now are phenomenal people. And I know that if you were invited by someone, you're not quite a brand partner yet, but you're thinking about it. I know that you are someone who is probably going to fit into our culture because you were invited by someone who is amazing. And I don't want to go on and on and on about it, but man, it's so special, you guys. It's truly remarkable. And, the last thing that I'll say about the culture that I feel goes along with the culture is the tools that we get from corporate. Amanda's a part of our corporate office. I don't even like calling it corporate because I feel like that dehumanizes them, and they are very, very, very much real people just like us. They give us the most incredible tools. And, there was one example on the last screen that they created a promo code for us to help us, gain new customers. And there's so many things that they do for us that are a result of collaborative ideas between the field and the corporate staff. And that is so special as well. And again, it's not just people at the top. It's every single brand partner can email Amanda today, give her an idea, and it will, if it's a good idea, it'll happen. So it's such an empowering environment to be in, and I will never, ever take it for granted. It's something I appreciate so much. Whew. So here's just some of my teammates who have felt the same way, that this culture is absolutely incredible and we're so grateful for it. I know you're getting sleepy. We're almost done, buddy. We are almost done. So after all of that, I know you guys, we have been here for a long time. Thank you so much for your time, by the way. My question for you would be, what would an extra $500 a month mean for your family? Groceries, yes. Car note, absolutely. I've read something, shopping habits, Caitlin. Sam says afford a new truck for family. That, yes. I've read that. I think we've all seen that thing where like the average American family is like $300 a month away from bankruptcy or something like that. Like that's it. When you say $300 a month, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it means so much to the average American family. And that's just the beginning. You can make $500 a month. You can make $5,000 a month. You can make much more than that. Whatever you want to do with this opportunity is absolutely possible because of those things that we talked about, the amazing products and the product positioning, the incredible prosperity plan, and of course, our amazing culture. No matter what you and your family want and need financially can happen as a result of all of the amazing things that we have here. So, Amanda, do you want to talk about the options to join? And then after that, as promised, there's a little something in it for you guys for sticking around till the end.
Your little giveaway. I love it. Well, I'm excited. So typically that's the question that we get asked is, okay, I've listened tonight. I'm more curious. I always invite you to do what we would call the pillow test. It's late for many of you. I'm on the East Coast, so it's about 10 o'clock my time. It will be pillow test very soon for many of you. But here's what the pillow test is. The pillow test is when you leave here tonight, if you're like, well, that was really cool. It sounds like they've got a cool product and I learned something interesting about the beauty industry and that's really cool, but maybe it's not for me. If you don't think about it at all between now and tomorrow morning, it's probably not for you. But if you leave here tonight and you go to wash your face and you start looking at what you're washing your face with and you're like, maybe I should learn more about that. Or if you start thinking about all the people that you know that would be excited about this and that you feel like, hey, this company aligns with my values, like I vibe with these people and you're excited about it, it's probably your sign that you should explore more. And so people typically ask the question, okay, once I do the pillow test, like, how do I start? What do I actually do? There's 3 ways that you join our company. And the way that you partner with us is that you enroll and start your business. And these 3 options help you start your business. So the first way that you can start your business is for $49, and it's our technology kit. And what that includes is it includes your personalized shopping site, it includes your back office that allows you to run reports, and it includes your app it's new, it's launching on Monday. I'm so excited for that. And it gives you the ability to run your business online. Now, the technology in the business kit gives you all the things I just described, but it then gives you a few samples for your business. It does give you a full-size set of our super clean skincare. It's our best-selling skincare product. And so it does give you the chance to have a few samples to start sampling to people, but also to use the product as well. And then most people get started with our technology and our launch pack. And the technology and launch pack is designed to truly launch your business. Now, I want to just encourage you as you're kind of thinking like, where do I fit into this? A launch pack is going to equip you with products for you to use so that they're highly demonstrable on social media. Our Magic Minute Mask works in a minute. It's a great social media application. Erin, I think that's actually the video you saw there. Like, what is that? Like, it's kind of interesting. It's a very unique formula. Our Super Clean is great to be able to remove makeup. so on and so forth. But it also has samples in there that you can sell. And our business and our launch pack is really designed to help you actually truly launch your business. So you have to think like, hey, if I was going to open a restaurant, I spend an hour of my time, maybe I was going to think about opening a restaurant. And then they said to you, hey, if you open a restaurant, but you don't have any food, or you don't have any tables, or you don't have any wait staff, that's probably not the business for you. So I just always encourage you. I know that everybody has different economical points. Don't ever hold yourself back because you can't join with the technology and launch pack. You can always move forward ahead of time. But I would tell you, most people find the best success when they can start with that launch pack. And it's because it truly gives them enough product to sample, to tell their story, and to then get them on that, what we call prosperity path to director. This is how do you earn your money back? How do you make more bonuses? How do you actually start putting yourself into profit mode very, very quickly in your business? Now, the launch pack is going to give you $975 worth of product as well. So again, you're going to have tons of product that you can use, that you can try the products, you can build your story, but you can also then sell some of those samples. So we have what we call an experience pack that allows somebody to try our super clean set for a few short days in a very nice high-end experience. And so this launch pack is really designed to do what it says: launch your business. So with that, that is how you get started. It's pretty simple. I would again just invite you do that pillow test, get with the person who invited you tomorrow morning, and tell them what are the outcomes of that pillow test. Like, where are you sitting? What questions do you have? And if you have more questions, get them answered. What we never want to be is that company that's like, press hard, bottom copy is yours. Like, you got to get started in the next 15 minutes. We are truly building a legacy. And what we do know is that this company, we have grown by 1,600% in the last year. And as Erin kind of hinted at earlier, we are just on this kind of upward tick of where we're starting to go. And here's what I will tell you. When you hear an opportunity and it resonates with you, you're either going to pick it up and you're going to be the one to go tell people about this opportunity, or in 3 years, you're going to hear about this opportunity and you're going to be like, dang, I was here and I didn't listen, and you're going to wish you would have. So with that, Erin, I'm going to turn it back over to you because I know you've got some fun things to share with everybody, but we want to just be the first to welcome you to our Veribella community. We can't wait to get to know you. We are real people. We will meet in real life. We will talk. Like, that's one of the coolest parts about being part of this company, and just very happy to be with you guys tonight.
Yes, thank you so much. So if you do the pillow test and you're still thinking about this opportunity, still thinking about what this could look like for you, what it could mean for your family, that's the pillow test, and you're still thinking about it, well, then you maybe should be here. And just to kind of encourage you to make that choice, be bold in making the decision and not waiting, like Amanda said, and soon it's 3 years later and you're like, darn it, like I should have done this. If you join the brand partner who invited you here within the next 24 hours, I will personally do an onboarding session with you one-on-one. This is something I normally only do for those who enroll with me because of time, but I'm going to open it up to everyone who enrolls in the next 24 hours. So by 9 p.m. Central tomorrow, what is it? Thursday the 12th, I think, is tomorrow. If that's you, then you can reach out to me once you join and we'll get your onboarding session scheduled. But in that onboarding session, those are so essential to your success because you'll get started right away. We'll put together a plan to get you profitable right away, no matter which way you start. If you're starting with the launch pack or whichever, we'll get you profitable ASAP, and we'll come together, put together a plan. I'll get you plugged into the system, and it's going to be amazing, you guys. So like I said, the next 24 hours, I want to do that with you. We'll not do it within the next 24 hours because, I'm a little busy with some kids here. But we will get it scheduled sometime in the next week. And, you know, I want to be the second one to welcome you, since Amanda just welcomed you. For those of you who will be joining our very happy family and enjoying our incredible team, Veribella, and for everyone, excuse me, Carter, for everyone, you know, I really wanted to say I appreciate you spending an hour of your time with us tonight. I know you could be doing a lot of things. A lot of you probably have kids who might be a little restless, like my little one here. I really, really appreciate it. And I think you deserve some recognition for doing something for yourself. Not everyone will kind of put, you know, protection over their own time and will just say, well, I can't do that because I have the kids, or I can't do that because I have this and that. But you took the time, and that really, really means a lot. So thank you so much. Get with the brand partner who invited you, and hopefully we will be seeing all of you soon. Bye. You want to say bye?
Hi, Carter. Hi, buddy. Sleep tight. Bye, guys.
We're going to go to bed.
Bye, Erin.
Bye.